welcome back to my channel. So we had not one, but 2 episodes of Bachelor in Paradise this week. I guess that's kind of the schedule now. I was a little bit worried to think I was gonna be on the couch for 4 hours. That's not to say I don't like the show. I love the show, you guys know that. But I thought to myself, your butt is going to be numb. Lots of stuff happened in both episodes. I am losing my mind thinking to myself I have to wait 1 more week to see what happens with Evan and his attempt to like sneak on in there. Evan. So let's get started. So as you guys know, last week's episode ended with Chad going mental. He didn't want to leave the show. He was screaming at Chris Harrison. I thought that Chad was going to put up a big fight about it, but it turns out Chad got in the car and he left. I feel like Chad was more worried about what he was going to get from the show and how he was not going to be able to become the Bachelor after this. Who gave him the idea that he would have been a good Bachelor after the shenanigans from JoJo's season? Chad, you're gone. Hopefully we don't see you for a long time. Leah comes, and you guys remember, Leah is from Ben's season. Leah was the girl that was talking badly about Lauren B. She said that she didn't feel like Lauren B was really showing her true self. Well, Leah, look what happened. The twins say something along the lines of that she's gonna bring lots of drama to this show. So she comes in looking for Chad. Who would have thought drama wants drama? Like I said, crazy wanted crazy from last episode. Now, apparently Leah, who's full of drama, wants Chad, who's full of drama. Match made in heaven? Possibly. Leah's pretty disappointed that Chad is gone. So now Leah's trying to figure out who she wants to take on the date. And while she's talking to all the men, most of the girls from Ben's season seem to notice that Leah has had some work done on her face. They make comments about how she got her lips done and she has Botox, blah, blah, blah. Let her do what she wants to do. Who cares? I would be more worried about her trying to steal my guy, which she tried to do. Leah chooses Nick to go on her date, and as we know, Amanda and Nick were a thing. They were really feeling each other. That girl is so nice, but you can see how Amanda is just like fuming on the inside. 1, probably because Nick said yes, and 2, because she knows how Leah really is. Lace is worried that she's going home. She basically dumped Grant. So she feels like it is in her duty to reconcile things with Grant. Obviously, if you don't want to go home, you're going to go back to what you originally started with. Grant ends up talking to Lace, saying that he has no reason to judge and that let's just forget about that last night happened. You're being way too nice to this girl right now. She dumped you for Chad, and now she's coming back to you because she doesn't want to go home. So back to Leah and Nick's date. They have some drinks, they kiss and make out on the beach. They seem to be really connecting. And Leah's coming back feeling 100% about Nick. She's like, I had such a good connection with him. Things are working out. Finally, a one-on-one date. I never realized that she didn't get a one-on-one date with Ben. How did she last so long in the season without getting a one-on-one date? As soon as they get settled in, Nick gets a date card. And so Leah's like super confident thinking, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna go on 2 dates in 1 day. Like, lucky me. And he gives that date card to Amanda. Leah's face, I mean, if looks could kill, oh my gosh, she was pissed. She was so confident that Nick and her were gonna be an item, and then he just totally says, on to the next. You can tell Leah's trying to get into Amanda's head, where she's coming up to Amanda as Amanda's getting ready for the date, saying like, I have the same bronzer, I have the same blush, I have the same lipstick, I have the same blah, 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 blah. Basically says that they're the same person. Leah, you and Amanda look nothing alike. Nothing. So Amanda and Nick go out to dinner, and Amanda just seems like such a sweet girl. I feel like she's so innocent and nice that I don't know if any of these guys are right for her. She does tell Nick, though, that even though she's really sweet and down to earth, that she does have a strong personality. Nick admires that because Nick says like he wants a strong girl. Amanda says that it is the best first date that she's ever been on. They kiss. But again, I don't know. I don't know about them. While Nick and Amanda are on their date, Leah's breaking down to us during an interview saying that she just wishes something would go right. Apparently, she's just not had any luck in the love department. Vinny and Sarah start talking, which is a new couple, and Izzy starts to get uncomfortable thinking like, well, if they hit it off, she's definitely going home because she has not invested any other time in anyone else. Then Carly and Evan start talking, which is just such a weird match to me. I don't see Evan with any one of these girls on this show. You can tell Carly wants to get to know Evan, see if there's any sort of connection between the two. She's looking for Evan to make a move, and Evan, he just doesn't know. I feel like he needs like a quick lesson on how to make a move. She goes to just kiss him on the cheek. He ends up going for it, but apparently that kiss was so awful that she just left in disgust. She told us in an interview that it was the worst kiss that she's ever had. And then poor Evan is like, I kissed Carly. It was amazing. The best kiss. What a connection. I mean, they couldn't be more opposite when it comes time to how they're feeling. It's just sad to watch. After Grant and Lace decide to start over, they start making out. Apparently it gets very hot and heavy because they take it to a bedroom where Lace wants to cover the camera. She puts a blanket over the camera so that we don't know what they're doing. I think we could probably figure out what's going on. Whatever she put on the camera is just completely slid off, and then yes, we know we're not that dumb. So now it's time before the rose ceremony where everyone's trying to like get to know everyone real quick because no one wants to go home. Sarah pulls Vinny aside and says that she's really interested in getting to know him, and Vinny goes in for a kiss, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, Sarah and Vinny, I kind of like it. Because Izzy's feeling insecure, goes in the middle of their little one-on-one time and pulls Vinny away. Izzy, I don't want to see you and Vinny together. Now Izzy's making sure that Vinny knows that she wants to get to know him and that she's really interested, and then Vinny starts making out with Izzy. I mean, Vinny. So Leah's obviously feeling insecure, so she pulls Nick away and she just wants to let him know how much that she enjoyed his time, thanking him for coming on the date with her. Tries to also let him know that she's super interested in getting to know him. Honestly, I believe that she's way too aggressive, and Nick was super honest with her and said, listen, thank you for that date, but I just feel like I have more of a connection with Amanda. She was not happy. So because of that, Leah then goes straight to Daniel because Leah's just trying to figure out who she can connect with really quickly so that she stays on the show. She tells us in an interview that Daniel is weird. That girl, I just feel like that girl is completely in it for the wrong reasons. She's super confident that she's gonna get a rose, but Daniel then talks to Sarah and tells Sarah that she is the most genuine person in the house and that he really wants to get to know Sarah. And I'm thinking to myself, Leah, see you later. So it comes time to the rose ceremony, and Grant chooses Lace, Nick chooses Amanda, Evan chooses Carly, Jared chooses Emily, Vinny chooses Izzy, and Daniel chooses Sarah. So that means that Leah, who just got there, and Jubilee are going home. Leah's crying in the car as she's leaving, saying that she's embarrassed. Jubilee is saying that she's not going to give up yet, that she knows she's going to find someone. And then it's time for someone else to come on the show. And who is it? Josh Murray. You guys remember Josh Murray is from Andy's season. They were engaged. Not anymore. Josh Murray was also just on a show that I was watching called Famously Single, where he left single as well. I just feel like Josh is hopping from show to show to show to find love or to find fame. So Josh and Nick aren't on the best terms because if you guys remember, they were both on Andy's season. Josh comes in super cocky. He's full of himself. Every girl though is saying like how attractive he is, how hot he is, but ugh, I don't know about him. He knows that Nick and Amanda have gone on a date, yet that doesn't stop him. He goes and asks Amanda if she'd like to go on a date with him. She says yes. What a stab at Nick. Nick just picked you. While on their date, they are in the middle of the ocean talking about their past. Josh brings up his engagement, the book that was written about him. Have any of you guys read Andy's book? I didn't even know there was a book, but now I'm super curious and want to go buy that immediately because apparently there is a lot of dirt on both Nick and Josh. Let me know down below if any of you guys have read that. All of a sudden, Josh and Amanda start making out, and that is just like the start of their makeout extravaganza. I swear to you, for the rest of the episode, all they are doing is making out. Are you trying to suffocate her? She's a little thing. Is she gonna stop breathing on us? Now, poor Evan is just obsessing over Carly. I almost feel like Carly is Evan's first love. He is so infatuated after one kiss that he's ready to marry the girl already. But you can tell that Carly is trying to avoid Evan because she is just not feeling it after that kiss. And of course, Evan gets a date card, and who does he run to? Carly, hello. She agrees to the date reluctantly. Evan's telling us in an interview how excited he is to go on this date with her. Carly's telling us in the interviews how she is the least least bit excited to go on the date with Evan. I mean, poor Evan, him watching this show right now, I'm sure he's probably so humiliated. I would be. They go on the weirdest date I've ever heard of. They are taking this pepper challenge where they have to put this pepper in their mouth for so many seconds and then basically make out or keep their lips together for over 90 seconds, even if it was with someone I liked. I don't know if I'd want to do that. So here they are, like you can tell they're sweating. You can just tell there's like slobber everywhere. You can see it in her face that she is just so ready to vomit. I don't know if she wants to vomit more from the pepper or from Evan. They end up keeping their lips together for longer, so they beat the challenge. Everyone's cheering for them. Carly runs to the bathroom. She vomits. Back at the beach, Jared and Emily are having a little one-on-one conversation, and I don't know if Jared is just too shy or maybe he really isn't interested in Emily, but Emily was trying to like just pull stuff out of him. She kept saying she had these moves that she was gonna make on him, and Jared was just such a bore. He was just laying there, so uninterested, not at all enthusiastic. I mean, straight boring. He honestly has zero game. She had to pull him and kiss him. Jared, you're almost just as bad as Evan. So Josh and Amanda are back from their date, and Josh and Nick have a confrontation, and Josh is just so obnoxious and so rude. He makes out with Amanda right in front of Nick. Okay, I guess Nick and Amanda aren't a thing anymore. And then Nick's left with no one. That's not what I was expecting. So now we're at night 2, the second episode of this week. Nick is completely shocked. Nick and Amanda seem to be the only solid couple within the group. So much for that. Daniel says that his biggest connection is with Sarah. Then it's time for a new person to come on the show. Christian comes on the show, and Christian is from JoJo season. He comes in and asks who is feeling who, and Josh just straight out says, don't think you're gonna get very far with Amanda. So he lets us know he has already marked his territory. Do not mess with it. But you can tell that Christian is very interested in Sarah, and he does ask Sarah to go on a date with him. Evan is continuously going on about his connection with Carly, how it was the most amazing date, how he is so infatuated with Carly, and Carly just knows it is time. She needs to break it off. She doesn't want to embarrass him at the rose ceremony, so she's gotta just say bye-bye right now. She pulls Evan aside and says that she feels like there is more of a friendship connection between them and not so much a romantic connection. That poor guy is gonna bawl his eyes out. He does tell us that deep down he doesn't feel like he's gonna find love here. So on Christian and Sarah's date, they probably have the most awesome date yet. They are doing all these like fun, adventurous activities. They're zip lining, they're going up and down rocks. They're in the water, and of course, they're making out. They're obviously feeling each other. Then we go back to the beach where Evan is contemplating leaving. I mean, Evan, I agree with you. Pack your bags and just run on out of there. Don't even say bye to anyone. Just go. Brandon comes on from Desiree season, and Carly is immediately interested because I think Carly thinks, I have no connection with anyone in the house here. I gotta just latch on to the next person that comes in. He chooses to talk to Carly first. Apparently, Carly's brother was on Desiree season as well, and so they have that little connection there. Carly is feeling super confident that she has it in the bag, that she's going on a date with Brandon, and he decides that he wants to go on a date with Haley. Carly is just pissed. I mean, I get it, girl. I don't know if you're gonna find love on this show. Christian and Sarah come back from their date, and Christian's spilling the beans about how amazing the date was and what they did. You could tell Daniel was just feeling so defeated that he really wanted to go on that date with Sarah and get that connection with Sarah. Amanda and Josh, this entire episode, all they're doing is making out. That's it. Not even talking, just kissing. Daniel ends up pulling Sarah aside and brings her over to this little area where he has set up champagne and chocolate-covered strawberries. He said if he couldn't get a date with Sarah, that he at least wanted to do this. You see a more serious side of Daniel. Daniel really wants to show Sarah that like he is there to find love and that he is really truly feeling the most connected with her than anyone else on the show. Now, Brandon and Haley are going on a date and they go to dinner, and the twins think it would be a fun idea to do a little switcheroo. Brandon says that he chose Haley because he liked Haley and that he knew the difference between the two. But I mean, do you really? You just met these girls. I wouldn't know the difference. So midway through dinner, Haley gets up, switches with Emily. Emily comes back to the table, and guess what? He has no idea that he's talking to the wrong twin here. How embarrassing, right? Now we're back at the beach and we see the three main couples. We see Vinny and Izzy making out, Grant and Lace making out, and of course, Josh and Amanda making out. And it's then that Evan gets this genius idea that he is gonna steal Amanda away and that he believes in true love and he believes it's gonna be with Amanda. Evan marches down to the beach and it's a to be continued. I am dying to see what happens. First of all, Evan, you didn't have a connection with Carly. You sure as hell are not gonna have a connection with Amanda right now. I am so excited for Monday. It's gonna be so much drama. So that's it for these two episodes. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this recap. Let me know what you guys thought about these episodes, what you guys think of Evan. Is he for real? What do you guys think of Josh and Amanda? What do you guys think about Nick? Also, let me know if any of you guys read that book by Andy. As always, let's chat down below. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. If you guys are not subscribed, but you guys are big Bachelor fans, Bachelor in Paradise fans, Bachelorette fans, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video, and I will see you guys all next Thursday. Bye!